Day 7, we've worn Jeff out, he's so tired, he hasn't even got the energy to do the intro, he's making me do it for him. This is Canary Wharf.
This is my friend Keith. Yeah, so this is my friend Keith, who was leading the charge with the singing on Tuesday's video. Yep. You were like, the show must go on.
Yeah,
Gemma has lost her voice slightly.
But the show must go on.
The show must go on.
I got a bit carried away. I was just so pleased it was finally open.
Yeah, you were and then you were belting it out. On that purple train.
Yeah,
I could see it. Like Keith was front row.
I let my excitement get the better of me. What can I say?
And Keith was like, "Can I come and do Canary Wharf with you?" Yes, you can, because you know a little bit of the history of this area.
That's right.
And we're just going to see, as with the others, where the escalators are, where the lifts are, and talk about some of the OSIs as well, the out-of-station interchanges that Canary Wharf lets you have. We're at the western end of Crossrail Place. Keith, what is Crossrail Place?
So Crossrail Place is the name for the entire station building. So it's a 5-storey development, as well as the station on this level. You've got shops, restaurants, and even a roof garden at the top.
But there's a gate line here at the western end, and I can already see there's escalators down, and there's obviously a gate line at the eastern end.
Yeah.
So this is a bit like Paddington, isn't it? Where there's like a mezzanine.
That's right.
The gate line is on like a mezzanine level.
That's right. So the signage inside will direct you to this end, which is signed as Crossrail Place, which is where you would get off if you wanted to go to West India Quay DLR, and also to get to the main Canary Wharf, Canada Square, the Canary Wharf Tower, the main development. The other end is where you would get off, according to the signage anyway, if you wanted the Jubilee line.
Here's the thing: they've got purple roundels up here, like not at platform level. Why would you have a roundel not on the platform level? Has Paddington got a roundel on its mezzanine level? I don't think it has.
I don't think it has either.
TfL, why have you put roundels not on the platform level?
Escalators at this end. We've got a bank of 2 escalators. There's a lift as well that goes up to the retail levels as well. There's a bank of escalators going down here, so this is heading down to the platforms, the Elizabeth Line platforms.
It's so beautiful. It's so pretty. This feels.
It's also quite yellow.
This feels less. Paddington's got a slight air of gloom about it. This feels much more brighter and lighter.
It's interesting. Maybe on the platforms. I think the concourse of Paddington's quite light and airy, isn't it? Because it's open to the sky. But I agree with you. The platforms here. Perhaps it's that lovely canary yellow tinge on the escalators.
Is it canary yellow, or is that a joke?
I don't think it's a joke. I think it's deliberately
It's
intended.
a
design feature.
But some people are against the yellow. I like the yellow. Are you with
I think it's bright.
or against the yellow, Keith? I'm with it.
I'm with any colour, to be honest, when there's so much silver and grey around. So yeah, I'm up for the yellow.
We've met Suresh. Good morning.
Morning.
Are you enjoying it?
Yes, I'm loving it.
Is this now part of your regular commute? And how has it changed your commute?
This is not part of my regular commute, but at least it gives me a few more options to get into central London. But I must say, like, it's incredibly well built, and this is really a step up from all of the other tube lines that are out there. So I just hope that the other lines can sort of like level up their experience to what the Elizabeth line is like. But I recognize that this is a new line. They had a lot more space to work with. And at least it's good that all of the stations in central London are much more spacious. But it's just, I hope they can do similar expansion works. Like, say what they did at Bank. It would be great if they would be able to do this at other stations as well.
Lovely. Cheers, mate. Thank you very much. Have a good day, all right? Keith, was it me or did he just call it a new tube line?
I think he did.
I think
yeah,
he did.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to cut that out from the video.
Yeah, we can't have any confusion.
Keith, next to the roundel here, there's this pattern. Is that me, or is that pattern there replicated here? But I'm also thinking that's actually represented in the Canary Wharf Oyster Wallet. No, I think that is meant to be.
Yeah, I think that's the ceiling.
That's the roof up there, isn't it? So if I line that up, is that? For some reason, you could walk in between the escalators and around that metal. I don't know why. This would be more impressive if I did a Jeff Marshall slide along the ground. Hey, stay there. Hang on. Take my jacket. Action. You can totally walk in between the escalators, and I don't know why. Don't know why either.
Is it wheel -4?
That's what it says.
Keith.
But even though I've got a map, I'm still very confused because my map is. First of all, it overlays 5 levels on one, but the roof, the very top, is level 1.
Talk us through the buttons.
Well, I'll try.
These are different style buttons
Okay.
to all the other large buttons we've seen during the week.
They certainly are, and for a start, we seem to be on -5 according to the lift, even though the lift outside reckoned it was -4.
No, I think the lift said it was on -4.
okay,
So
fair
platform is definitely -5.
Well, that's what it says here, and ticket hall -4. Neither of which appear on my map, which shows 5 other levels. So I've got levels -1, -2, -3, 0, and -1.
The escalators do that thing where they move very slowly until you tread onto them and then they speed up. Alright, we're coming out now at the eastern end exit of Canary Wharf.
This does feel like the lesser entrance of the two, doesn't it?
There's definitely a secondary exit. For a start, there's Bostwick Gate across one of the exits. I don't know if that's going to be opened up at some point soon, but yeah, it's definitely not quite as busy here.
Keith, that bit of water means we've got a little bit of info you've got on how the Docklands came to be.
Yeah, so obviously we are in the Docklands area of London. Specifically, we're in the West India docks, of which there were originally 3. An import dock, which is the one we're in now, and that's the one where they've built this new station, an export dock, and then the South Dock. The import dock is kind of better known today as the North Dock. But they built this station by actually sinking a cofferdam and putting it right in the middle of the North Dock, and still allowing this space around here for boats to navigate through. So you can still come up here if you've got your own boat and interchange with the Elizabeth line that way.
So you could take the boat to get the train.
Providing you had somewhere to moor it afterwards,
Oh,
yes,
okay.
because there are mooring restrictions immediately alongside the station.
But Keith, is it me? I pretty much know this, but since they've built this bit here, you can now walk through from Canada Place through the station and out the other side, out to West
That's
India
right.
Quay here, which you couldn't do before, and Poplar as well on the DLR.
That's
Yeah.
right. So
A new walking connection.
Yep, and you don't need to be catching a train to do it. So you've got the complete through route to Canary Wharf and the main office complex there, and even as far probably as South Quay station.
Which is why on the tube map, which is now appearing here, all the dotted walking lines have appeared, showing you how West India Quay is linked to Canary Wharf, is linked to Canary Wharf, is linked to Heron Quay.
So there's so many stations in close proximity, it's ridiculous.
What you all need to do is follow the link for the website that's on screen now, oysterfairs.com. My friend Mike has done this excellent article on OSIs. For example, did you know there's now an OSI, an out-of-station interchange between here, Canary Wharf Liz line, to Poplar DLR?
I didn't know that until you told me this morning,
You can make
Jeff.
that connection. But what I'm also thinking, Keith, just for a bit of fun, how long do you think it will take you to walk, if you were to follow one of those dotted walking lines as on the tube map, how long do you think it will take you to walk from, if you're making the connection between the Elizabeth line and the Underground, to walk from here over to the Jubilee line?
I think it would be quicker. I think it would be maybe 3 minutes if you knew the way.
Do you know the way?
Yes.
Just for a bit of fun, what I'm going to do is, because West India Quay DLR is over there right now, and everybody knows that Heron Quay DLR is nearer to the Jubilee line than Canary Wharf DLR,
That's common knowledge.
if I run to West India Quay DLR and take the DLR 2 stops down to Heron Quay DLR, can I beat you to the Jubilee line?
I guess there's only one real way of finding out, isn't there,
If you
Jeff?
walk and I make a connection by taking the train, shall we do it?
It's lucky you've got a paper travel card today, isn't it?
It is. Go. So I'm walking quite fast. I reckon this will only work if I get an instant connection. And that is straight on to a DLR train. But I've forgotten, of course, that that train there terminates on the middle platform. So I'm now having to wait on this platform. So it took me 7 minutes 5 seconds. Call it exactly 7 minutes. Keith?
Well, I said 3 minutes. 2 minutes 44.
Okay, so it's not quicker to go by the DLR.
It's not quicker to go by the DLR.
But it was fun to try.
Of course.
The OSIs and the changing around here is complicated.
But we've just proved that it makes sense because that is a logical interchange on foot.
So what is the fastest way from the Elizabeth line to Jubilee line? Just walk straight through the shopping
Fastest
centre.
way is Shanksy's Pony. Do it on foot. Okay, so that was Canary Wharf. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm really tired. I've been doing loads of videos ever since Tuesday. Did you enjoy that, Keith?
I did, thanks Jeff. Would you like to plug the Purple Train merch store?
Yeah, listen, thanks for coming out with me today.
Purple Train store.
So it's purpletrain.store for all your Purple Train merch and t-shirt needs.
Subscribe to Jeff's channel. And thanks to me, Keith.
Yeah.
for doing...
We should have, yeah. Oh.
No,
we fell off there.
I'm going to use this take.
You can't use this take.
I'm so tired.
How can you use this take? It's up to me. I edit it.
Then end the video, and then I can leave. Play. Jeff, end the video.
All right. We'll see you soon. Like, subscribe. See you soon.